Free your mind now. Be part of People's Pan-African Parliament, the Pan-African Pyramid Debate with your speaker, Andrew Irumba Katusabe.
The Pan-African Pyramid Show, Andrew Irumba Katusabe, your speaker. This is in the field, and I'm meeting my mentor, HP Dr. Dawda, as the proprietor, chairman of House of Dawda in Uganda and House of Manji in Kenya. Dr. Dawda, for those of you who don't know him, is actually a recipient, 2019 recipient of the Pan-African Pyramid Global Award. We awarded Dr. HP Dawda as a revolutionary in the industrialization of Africa, because his products actually cut across Africa. Although they are based in Uganda and Kenya, but you find his products in every part of Africa where we live. And so Dr. is actually my mentor. When everybody else have not yet seen potential in Irumba, his son called my brother, Mr. Dawda, who was the managing director of Britannia Light Industries, the makers of Splash and Tinda, identified my potential and picked me up and kept me close to him, and I did some good job for a very good number of years. Even when I left, I am always in the family. Actually, I call myself part of the House of Dawda group family.
Yes.
Yes. Chairman is in Kampala for a few days. He lives in Kenya. There is the biggest slum in Kenya where you normally do your projects.
No, that was I was doing in many slums in Nairobi, like Kibera, Koroko.
Kibera, I remember Kibera.
Yeah, but Kibera now mostly when there is some big Nairobi riverside in Korokocho, Madare. And now I focused more in that part also because of the river and training them in the farming. Because I found that my now policy is that nothing, just give them free and eat and eat. First, you have to make sure it should be sustainable. So usually I train them and give them full support and also to train them even some marketing. Is what is happening. That and I tell you the people every day. Nowadays when I stay in Mombasa, I'm retired fully.
You stay in Mombasa?
Mombasa since last 3.5 years. Because I decided that now I had to live a very peaceful life, and my both children, Manish in Nairobi, in Kenya, and Vinay in here. So they were also saying, Papa is, I told them now I want to be, go slow. And they say
they're looking after Papa. You're not doing
tell me that, Papa, you better do your charity work, whatever, and relax and enjoy your life peacefully. Because he says now we are there, and I'm proud of my children. And I'm having my foundation, HP Dawda Foundation.
HP Dawda Foundation.
And the goal is mostly their service to humanity and service to God. Plus always I started one thing with the people and said we have to bring, it's called interfaith and interreligion, when I was also part of the group as one of the key members there. And we said that how can we bring something which is equal to everybody. I want to, we discussed that one word, this Christian, Muslim, everybody, that whatever about 8 or 12 religion made. So can we get a one common word which is equal from Bible, from Quran, Gita, all this, and we found one meaning out of it, that treat others the way to be treated. Treat others the way to be treated, and we named it a golden rule.
Golden rule.
Yeah, because we had a golden rule, and that's what can unite people, because there is no point of competing each other. We are all one. We are all the children of one Almighty. Yeah?
Actually, we are one human race. There is only one race in the world.
Only one race.
One human race.
Why having tribalism? Every time in election, I don't know much, but I know, but in Uganda is a bit different than Kenya. Kenya mostly every time in election, tribalism comes by.
The politics is based on tribal sentiments.
And the population of certain clan. So, I found that this tribalism is always bringing confusion and riots and all that. And today, the way youth are growing, they also are awakening now that why should we go and start having riots and all that? Because at the end, what is the future? See, anything can be done by the dialogue. So that's why we started this dialogue. And that's why I said, let me start first, bring awakening and awareness in youth to have engaged in self-support programs, like single mother or whatever was. Many hard work. See, I have experience for more than now. When I was also in Uganda, so I could say more than 35, 40 years I have experience, that we have a good talented our people, youth, and most of them are growing. So, and more and more you found they are educated, but there is no job. And though some would shortcut to go in county election or be a member of the city council or whatever. But now they have found only influencing where they can influence and they get job. But see, then after when they go there, either as an MP or either as what, then they forget the background where they came from. Because I found every time in election, they promise them a big, but because that we will do this and that. So I talked to many of our youths when they were going in politics. I said, no problem, but politics is not bad, but politics is for development. We need politics
for development, not politics of destruction.
Yeah, but politicians' role is to be like they are now, representing people and they know the problem on the ground. I'm telling you whole Africa, I'm not talking about Nairobi, Kenya or Uganda. See, this is the problem because the day by day population is growing. And youth, I remember when I was in charge of youth, when I was in University as ambassador, UPF, and I was handling the youth in charge. But when that's why I saw, and I told them, that was now more than 15 years back, when there was a Youth International Day in United Nations, in UN headquarters in Nairobi, and I told them we are in, at that time I was telling them that we are in time bomb of unemployment. I said another 10, 15 years if we are not careful. Because we are promising a lot of fund is coming from outside. There is a lot of fund even for youth development. But do the youth get that money directly? No. They don't get either. They might get 10, 15% if you know somebody. See, that is a problem we are having. Money comes from many NGO donors or whatever for youth, from World Bank or UN, everything. Programs are big. You can see wonderful. But what is on the ground? Roots. So the ground was, I saw myself, that really there are good people and that cottage industry, small, can be started. Government could make nothing was impossible because see, my friend, or like my son, my brother, but see the highest population is in slums. Today, if I see that in Kenya, more population is higher in the slums. There are people who watch. So when you see how they are suffering, what are the problems of them, and we say, okay, they should go and we can make some housing for them, and a lot of promises in everywhere. After promises, after when they have been elected, and the people who come from the poor background, they also forget. When people say, now this man, a young man will try to help us. But when they go and get a position, they forget the pain of the people. See, that's why I say the leaders, I say politicians or the leaders, or even the church leaders or religious leaders, all what is are their duty because they are depending, the fund comes from where? From the poor people. I mean, little tax comes for industries or whatever. But church, everybody puts some money, even little money. So all this money, the public money, and they are there to serve the people, either not only preaching, either in parliament or any places. That we are there to take actions and be practical. And we started, everybody now knows that who will queue on the line for voting. Not rich people will never go in, most of them, to vote.
These people don't vote, they don't even have time.
They don't even bother. Some middle class, maybe. So this humanity has to be there. Our main aim is that our Africa has a lot of potential. We are talking, we are reading that youth is growing, youth is tomorrow's leader. But when they go there as a leader, again, they are again completely saying that kind of taking responsibility, because they are supposed to be a caretaker. Like you say, I am listening to Indian Prime Minister many times, that I am just caretaker. Modi, yeah. I'm a caretaker. I'm a servant of you people. He says in his speech.
Serving you.
Yeah.
But the politicians of Africa, people are the ones serving them.
See, this is why I was very much touched when recently many things are there. There is no problem. We can touch not many things, but I feel pain because now I'm fully retired. You are introducing me, but I wanted to tell you, yes, I was, but now even if you ask me, my children, I have no, even my income tax return, I have completely 100% retired. No stress. And I just guide whenever they need, So I'm not in any organization. I said, wherever I'm serving, I'm serving.
Now you're serving under Dawda Foundation.
Yeah, under Dawda Foundation. But also it has been mostly managed by my family. And I have members. My family means my children, both, and my daughter-in-laws and all that. So what is happening, I can give them suggestion and something comes, because nowadays a lot of people can ask help, but we don't know the proper. Myself, I can't. So they do the proper research, and we have the staff who can make proper.
So under the foundation, what type of activities are involved?
Mostly service to humanity, empowerment. In the empowerment, mostly empowerment and education, no doubt. There are some scholars. We educated a lot of youths and procured mostly our staff.
I know when you are still active here in Britannia, Uganda, you adopted a lot of children and educated a lot of children. I remember one of those girls I was working with here. Some of them they left Uganda, they are abroad.
They are doing well. First I got called Sophie, she's now a lawyer in UK, but most another is pharmacy, another is engineer, they are in UK, and some are mostly 3 or 4 are working with our company here. Since our main aim and policy, even my children was supporting that. First, our staff working, or senior, if their children are capable to go forward nicely, properly. So we try to educate also them, train them more. Some of them are lucky, and when you train them, they can get even job in some companies, or most of them in our companies. So our priority is that charity begins at home. So we try our level best, and that youth empowerment plus rural area, slums, I can't reach everywhere, but there are a lot of activities going on from many our communities, social worker, for feeding program in school or classrooms or many in Mombasa. So I always, at the background, I support them, I guide them, because I always tell them that every school, there also, and hundreds of schools in Coast also, I say only feeding them every time. Sometimes they don't want to feed, even if they get one glass or cup of porridge, they're happy. So I was telling people, let them start agriculture in the schools. Every school has land. But why can't they even plant and train the children and some farming in school, and even in 1 acre, even in half an acre, so they can get some crop from their own food, some from their own
gardens.
And that is where somewhere where there is no water, there are the group with individual who does a lot of things which they take me to see. We always discuss that they make a big dam, some boreholes, And I say, without water, I'm giving my free time. Everywhere, I don't want to be a member. Anywhere they call me, I go and give them free advice and with time. That what is the roots? We say education. I will just not jump here and there. You will confuse in many things. First, my priority is youth, and young children at school. So, when they are hungry, they don't have food. They don't know where to sit in the bench. They are just sitting in the, ground. And some no proper roof. And we found the classes are with that mud type, So they are suffering. There are many schools, but you go in interior, of course, or anywhere. You find the condition of schools are very. Teachers also do not have enough table to sit. But the main thing is, so we are trying now. Still we are following, and I know we will reach. I am getting a lot of other people are coming to me from advice from UK or our community peoples or some real religious supporters who wants to do something. But when schools children, you say, if he doesn't have food, how we expect it to have good health? Because today we are having a lot of health issues. So from the school, teachers first of all has to take more responsibility and be honest and feel that these children has to have a good life, good education. Support that everybody must plant some fruit trees at their home, avocado or you name it, what is possible.
Chairman, you seem to be knowing a lot about Africa, almost everything affecting Africa. When did you come to Africa?
I'm born here. My mother is born here. I'm born in Kenya.
You were born in Kenya?
My mother also is born in Kenya. Yes, I was born in a small village. Now they call it a county, Siaya.
Siaya?
Siaya is now a county, but before
in Kenya?
Yeah, in Kenya. In Nyanza province.
Nyanza province?
Yeah.
So even your mother was born in...
My mother was born in some small town near Kisumu, but I was born also in remote in the Siaya. Siaya means it's from the Busia border. If you carry your...
Busia border?
Yeah. After Busia border you cross in that Siaya county. It's not far in Siaya town. That was a village, a small village called Ndere. Ndere, where I was working. Where I would say our Prime Minister, not now currently, but Raila
Odinga.
They are also from that side of Bondo.
Oh.
So now it has become a county, but county are small villages. So when I found that my life was also struggling, I think once I talked about this, I also didn't have school fees. My father was working in one of the shop at that time with 300 to 400 shillings salary. So I could not even...
300 shillings?
300, then later on 500, but maximum 500. And we were 11 in the family.
11 children?
11 children. Yeah, we were 5 sisters and 6 brothers. So everybody is now grown up. Their children also are married, some of them, because some is in Kisumu, 2, Kisumu, Nairobi, 2, and one is in Tanzania, one is in UK. He was before in Tanzania.
So you were born 11 children. All of you are still alive?
All. The grace of Almighty. All my brothers are there.
And
sisters, not all. Sisters, some cancer and all that too. But they are all in UK. But the idea is, the main issue is that I have seen that struggle of pain.
The struggling African child.
Yeah, I have seen
the struggle.
Yeah, I have seen there's no light, no water where we are staying. We have to go to the river to fetch the water. Then I came to go to the Kisumu, but it was expensive. So I had to come back in the village at the age of 12 in 1962. So I started.
1962.
I came back and I'll send you my interview after in COVID time. The journalist interviewed me and everything is there. That how all the friends are our people there, Luos, because I was also people they were taking me as a Luo themselves, because I talked to them and they were selling sweets on the street. I start learning from them and they also tell me, join us, you can get us, sell sweets and everything with us. So I started doing all that. How I bought the one packet of sweet is a big history about it. There was no even money. So I to afford to buy Madhwani suit at that time was like Uganda was strong. Most of the things were coming from Uganda to Nyanza province and Western. Uganda had a lot of manufacturing here. That if you see the history before independence, so cotton, blankets, you say sabuni, you say edible oil, or also this grains, beans, and everything from Uganda, maize, beans, groundnuts, you name genus. Uganda was big, strong for supplying the food in that side of Kenya. And it was a very long time at that time when I was a child. And the business was, I mean, my father was not doing well because it was a small business. So he came even to the cotton gin, he worked in the Gulu and Pakwach, where I was still 5, 6 years old, 6, 7 years. Yeah. So he have seen that life was difficult. And we were all playing football together with our young all son our age. Now they're all grown and their children are grown. Some of them are working with me, the children, and some of them, my friends also was in our companies. Because I knew the pain, I saw the pain. And at that time we didn't have anybody. We were all same. And my father used to tell me even at that time, that whenever you get some chance of some money business, you must take care of our people, those who are poor. You must help them. But from my childhood, my father was telling me that to do business with honesty at that time was one hella with the whole, the currency. Our coin was coming with the whole.
Yes.
There's a 10 cents, 5 cents.
Yes.
And there's, I'd say, even 1 cent. If you cheat people with 1 cent, that hella, and bring that at home, the food, you will get a lot of diseases, lot of problems. So don't even try to make a shortcut. Even 1 cent is a big thing.
Cheating people by 1 cent. Just
it is
your
bad.
father, you grew up, your father
You
telling you.
only eat what you earn.
You grew up from childhood, your father was telling you never cheat anybody, even by 1 cent.
And he said you will be very honest, because the local, at that time, people were just bringing money that you count and take what you want, But we always, my father was telling me, make sure that when you are counting money for anything, he has to not be cheated even for 1 hella. So there's a trust in our population of local, like we call it our brothers. I don't like to call locals or Luos. It was our family now.
The Luo was in Kenya.
Or I could, but not in Kenya. I'm taking the many tribes in Kenya, but I'm telling where I was staying.
Yes, you were staying in
that was mostly in Nyanza province. So that was all Luos, but we were like a family. So there is nothing like we call, but my father was always telling me that again, don't cheat, don't do anything wrong, be honest to when you are working and give more. When we are working, usually giving more than was expected from us. We can work very late, but we are sure that we are part of this business. If we don't work well, they cannot grow and we cannot get enough good salary, So we were balancing that wherever we work, honest, hardworking, and give more than do more what than they are expecting. And then
do more than what you get back.
Yeah. So whenever you work, you say this is work as wherever you are committed to, where you are getting jobs, so you have to work better and more, give more time. And always they will see. I know from the street side, I was selling everything on the street, soap and this. Then I got a job of offer where my father was working.
You were a hawker, you were once a hawker.
I was working, I was selling sweets,
on the
sweets, peppermint, every day.
In Kenya?
In Kenya. I was.
In sweets and biscuits?
Sweet, no. I was hawking. When bus comes, everybody go there and there's a petrol station.
Yeah.
So we are there to sell.
Which year is this now you're talking about? Which year is this?
This is 63.
63.
After I left the school. And I made good money at 1963, December, when independent. When I was hawking and selling. And we got independent in 1963, 12th December. That time I was lucky because people were afraid, people were left the town and, some people because of business people. But I bought a lot of, they gave me, because I was selling every day flag, independent
The flag, yes.
Yeah.
The flag of Kenya.
Yeah, flag of Kenya in 63. It was a proud that we had independent. We were so happy. So lots of people coming
So
from
you sold a lot of
flags and badges here. And again, you know, I buy it. When they were saying the time is near to stock, so they will give me with half the price, little, and I can pay them when I sell it, because when they come back. So I was also putting flag on the windscreen when I stayed near the petrol station. So I had a glue, you know, in village there was a small tree that glues. So I stick it. So instead of 10 cents, I get 50 cents. So one flag is 10 cents. Because I was getting 1 shilling a dozen. So when I put there, I get 50 cents. And they will say, put another also back. Yeah. The flag, when I put in a one stick, also some. So they buy and take some for, when they go at home to give the people. So that is also 50 cents. And some lose, they will say, give me 10 cents. So I made, in 4 days, first my money, 512 shillings. By then, 512 shillings in that time. And
1963 Kenyan shillings.
Yeah, at that time.
That was a lot of money.
Lot of, yes. Because, so then I said, no. I got some money now. So, you know, when I have this small timber, when the boxes, timber cutters, that this, wow. So I was keeping every time when these people are selling this djembe and everything.
Small box.
And hoes, they are having that boxes. You know, at that time everything was not coming in the carton. This hoe for digging it. So it's a good wooden thing. They were throw it away. I was starting keeping at home. Because also sometimes for using for fire, and some good ones I keep separate. I knew one day this will help me. So then I made a good box. I had a picture in Vinay's office, you might see it. And little bit and under the tree. So I have some stock with that money. So more sabuni, makasi soap from Uganda. And many small things. Daily I sell when evening where market place was there. So I would start getting some money. I can make 50 shillings at least per month from selling it. Then I got a job. They offered me to join where my father was working with 150 shillings. So I said, okay. So I was working there hard in the store. We have to start early morning 7 up to evening 7 because the wholesaler's truck comes, you know. So loading, helping in the store and do hard work. And then they were going, the one driver who was going to supply and selling the goods, I was with him to help him to load. And I learned that how we were selling and what is a business now, how to convince customers at that age. That is, I was keeping my eye that I must learn. So he gives me, I pick it from the pickup and
you take
it to the shop. He just tells me, bring that, bring this. So how we was talking to the customers. So everybody know, and I will make sure no goods is damaged in even the pickup. Because when it goes back, the boss will say, this is damage, it's your fault. So I have to be very careful. See, because at that time roads were not good. But in a nutshell, I don't know in much detail, but I've seen that hard work. Time came with the blessing of Almighty. Slowly then I left the job after some 3-4 years because I found no, I can't work with this little money and it's not going to help the family. Though my father was continuing, and then I said no, now I know the people and let me start something taking direct order. And the local people, our friends, supported me. They gave me order. Now because they knew every time I was going. So they will give me the order and the money in advance.
They pay you in advance?
And then
because you had built trust.
Yeah. So
they give you money and they order.
With his,
you go with the money,
yeah,
you bring the goods.
And then I go to
because you had built trust.
That from my childhood. So I said, I don't have money. They know. When I go there, I talk to them nicely. I told them there are some other things in the vehicle if you want. Check, you don't have this, you yourself, we have in the car. You know, yes. So I will, you know, I was looking what is wanted and then I will come and tell the boss. There are some few items lacking, we should keep in the vehicle, so they will get everything. So that is how I build my trust with the small many shopkeepers in the villages. So then when I want to leave job, and I said now, if can help me to give advance, because where I was working, one time there was one Bedford, small car which was broken, scrap car. So I convinced them that I worked very hard and instead of some money, if I can take this car. It was Bedford one time, in 1955 model. But then I called one local man called Richard Oko, and he can help me to repair some spare part, which was 500 shillings. So I said that to fix this thing, and I started now with that. And they were giving me orders, 15, 20 customers, so I have enough money to go to Kisumu, afford and buy and supply. And there was a lot of demand of jaggery manufacturing. So I also go and buy a supply. So every day I started making 50 shillings per day. After certain 3-4 months, I started making 50 shillings per day, which was a good. Slowly, slowly, I went to the 100 shillings per day. I do a lot of trip, I do twice trip, and sell quickly. And that is where I got some way. Some shopkeeper was some Indian man. They was going to some visa. They were British, so there was some time limit for them to, from British government who wanted to go to UK. So he told me, I asked him, can you give me your shop? He says, yes, I have 3-4 months. So if you can pay me, the goods were there, about 22 or 28,000 in his shop. I said, I will pay you slowly, 4 months. So he agreed. So because of the shop, I had now many things, at least I can keep. And my mother also was there. My father was still working because he was working with his brother. He didn't want to let him down. But me, my mother was helping when I go to deliver goods. And so that is how the shop started going. It was
this shop was where? In Siaya?
Yes, Siaya.
Siaya.
Yeah.
Siaya.
Today we call Siaya because Siaya is well known. Because Obama also is in that side,
Kogeri.
So that
Obama comes from Kogeri.
Kogeri, that is in Siaya. See, the Siaya is like Busia County.
Okay, now Kogeri is the village. Siaya is the county.
Siaya is the county.
Okay, fine.
It became county last.
So you, Obama and Raila Odinga come from the same area?
Same area, but far. They were about 50 miles from us in the village. They are on the border side.
Yes. But same county, is it?
Same, yeah. Now
same county, different villages.
County, yes.
Yeah.
So I only always where the village I come, that place they call Alego.
Alego.
Yeah. So always I tell people when they greet me, I say, "Neanja Alego, what Alego, what Luo, in Luo." Yeah. And I'm always proud whenever they tell me, "You are from where?" I say, "I'm from Alego." I come dolu. I say, "I'm just Alego." And what did I like? But Alego dere. Oh, dere kucha. I said, "Dere jine," because the ginery was built there many years back. With the Meta Group, Meta who's in a sugar factory.
Yes, sugar factory.
And they were putting some cotton ginneries in villages also in Kenya. So Ndere was established and some shops started coming.
Meta also grew up from there?
No, he comes from India, but his father, now he's a Mahendra Bhai Mehta, but his father, Nanji Kalidas Mehta, he was mooring cotton, at that time. Then he started doing a lot of things, no doubt. If you read about him, even in YouTube, you will find. Because they were the people who came here in beginning in Uganda, how they came. If you read the book in English from Igor Lugazi, and you can meet and say you want a book of how this is a good written of his father and Mr. Mehta. So idea is that because of that ginery, some Indians were started coming, and some shops were there.
Okay, let's go back to your story. The shop, now you have started the shop. Let's go back.
So from that shop, I started grew up and becoming in wholesale business.
That shop was sold to you by a British man who was relocating.
It was an Indian, but they were going, not a British.
They were going to British.
See, they were the British passport, and that time after some people were fearing because of after what Amin era was here. So people were a bit conscious, and when the British said that those who have colonial passport, they can come, but there was 120 days or 100 something. So most of the people, because of the village and school problem and all that, and they found, okay, let's go. Because that time there was no money. Even the work was there, but it was not big profit or big money. So whatever, I got that chance for the school, the shop. In 4 months I paid, then I got to Kisumu and people started trusting me. The shopkeepers, big wholesalers, start giving me 5,000, 2,000 shillings credit. They trust me. I go, I pay every weekly, every day when I sell, I go and pay. So that is where my trust has started from wholesalers to give me credit. And I started my business big. I started another 3-ton vehicle and another, and I employed one of the driver and my local people or friend.
You got another driver now?
Yeah, so
you added on the trucks.
So I had, instead of one, I had old one, I changed it with a big one of 3-ton, and then another I added because the lot of supply I had to do jaggery and sugar and whatever.
Now there we are talking about 1950, that is 1950 what now?
That was in I would say exactly 1968, 67,
68. Okay, you were in Sierra. Now, how do you now shift gears from being a wholesale shopkeeper into manufacturing? I want that story.
No, see, that is very simple. I'm telling
because
you.
You're in Sierra. How do you end up in Uganda and you start the first juice manufacturing plant in Uganda known as Splash?
First of all, when I was there, my father, everybody was scared, and we didn't, so we get opportunities. I only stayed back because I didn't want to change my Kenya citizen. So I said, so we decided, because let me stay back and work hard. So my family, brothers, everybody was starting living at that time in the villages, because there was a lot of strictness of the license, a lot of policy of government that they want village, they must have the proper tax citizen, and a lot of conditions that they will, if you are not indigenous, you will not get this agency or this whatever, some license. So then I stayed back. And then I had a vision, because I was selling a lot of jaggery. You know jaggery, Sukari Guru?
Yes, Sukari Guru. You even know the local language Sukari Guru?
Sukari Guru. We call it in English jaggery, but that
Sukari Guru.
It is Sukari Guru. And at that time, that was good business. So I decided, where I was buying from some factories, why can't I put my own small jaggery factory? That is my first industry.
Sukari Guru.
Sukari Guru. We call it jaggery manufacturer in English. But that is when I start. That because when I was buying from every factories in Western Kenya and so I said, no, why can't I in our own home area and talk to the farmer in near neighbor who was supplying far. So I said, let me put a small, and I didn't have that money, so there was one man called Albert Namtenda, a local. Albert Namtenda, where he was working at that time in PWD at that time, and he had a land. So I talked to him, and we became a partner, 50% him, 50% me. He brought the land, and I didn't have money to build, so some little money I got from one of the old men. There is a Luo and Kotu chief there, some 5,000 shillings loan, where it's loan. And we started slowly, not building big one, not even roof, just we got second-hand crushers and like that, and I was working hard.
In Sierra village?
There is also, Siaya is now district, but from my village, there was another place called Rangala. Rangala. Now Rangala means even, see, if you now go to Busia to Kisumu, you will always pass that river. There is a place called Ugunja and Rangala Mission. So there on the river side. So that is how we started a small jaggery factory, one by one. And then it expanded big factory. It took me time, and then I started putting mabati, maybe, and beginning in wall we did with the mud, But that is how it was.
What building? Mabati and
no building, we built with matafari,
bricks.
Bricks, or we just put small woods and put mud on it, not even bricks.
Mud, yes. Oh,
not even bricks. Yeah.
Water housing.
Mud too, and then we put whitewashing and lamps, so line, so it can hold little more. That is how we did. Then as time comes, second phase we build with the matafari, bricks. Then the blocks, the third, slowly we grew, not overnight. So it took me good name of, and the company name, because that area actually was called Uholo. Uholo, so we named it Uholo Jaggery.
Uholo Jaggery.
Yeah. Uholo Jaggery. My company was registered on Uholo Jaggery. And I had a dream one time that I may have a sugar factory, but it was difficult at that time. And I didn't bother then, because my wholesale business also was going. Because when my father left, my brothers left, so I had to wind up my shop there completely and focus on jaggery. So
you now went into manufacturing.
So that I sold to one local man called Uma, somebody, and I sold to them my goods and whatever. The shop building was not mine, I was on rent. So that is how then I focus on jaggery.
Okay, from Skargulu, how long did that take for you to transition now into what we see today as Britannia Light Industries Ugandan manufacturing?
See, from there I said within 4 or 5 years I shifted to Kisumu.
Oh.
I shifted to Kisumu also because when they were not everybody there, but then I got a chance. There also I was trying, also I got a job in another one good old man called Opio Mateva in his shop. So we became also partners because I was working in one of the industries who were manufacturing, packing the salt and milk powder. So then I became a good salesman. I was getting salary of 20,000 shilling. But then this old man, he has all agencies of Kantist and what. And always I go there, he says, no, you know, my short name, because it was called, they don't pronounce Hasmukh Hasu. Why don't you take this shop? I have a lot of problem with the bank. I have to pay some 100,000. I said, I don't have. So he said, okay, try to manage even some, but you buy all. I said, I can't buy all. We become partners, 50-50. So I had to borrow 10,000 shillings from somewhere from my in-laws, and we started that. I invested that, but I didn't left my job. I called my younger brother, called Yogesh, that you come. He was also working there in supermarket in Leicester, in UK. So he came. So I said, you manage this, help me. And he started working in the shop, but still I was sticking on my jaggery business. Because I started buying one investor, which was run down. So jaggery was I worked for many years. Then finally we had a lot of customers from Uganda. Because our shop was called Victoria Distributor. Beginning with this by Luomze, we call it Gagwas Enterprises, but then we had a very good relation until he died. So we started growing, and that we sold to somebody, gave somebody, and we started a big wholesale called Victoria Distributor. That was in, when there's a coffee time, you know, people were a lot of selling
Coffee, cotton.
Yeah, coffee at that time, you know, in 72, 73, something. So we got a lot of customers from Uganda coming there.
Coming to Kisumu.
Because we are a big distributorship now. So they were coming, how one came to Uganda, that is I'm telling you the roots of
how you went.
Because these old customers, many from Chikuba and many names. So we found they were being disturbed by customs and by police and harassing them when they come, you know. And so they were suffering and sometimes a lot of losing them even goods and money. So then we decided to open our depot in Uganda, in Kampala. Because most of the customers were from this side of Kabale and Chikubo and other side. So then we decided
to open a depot here.
Yeah, because then they are not worried more. They don't have to handle cash or then get disturbed. So that is when Vinay was age of 19. So my brother, he was
only
19 and he was now with my son, my brother, because he was in UK for education. Then we found we want to expand. So my brother told him it's better you come and join us in the shop. And he worked with my brother and got some experience at that age. So he was the first boy, in 1989 I think, he came here. Yeah. And he was then started small shop just to get a VV pharmacy. VV pharmacy. There was a, where Sudhir has a crane finance something at that time.
Crane management.
Yeah. So that was where he found a shop and he started pharmacies. And then we have another go down where goods comes, you know. So that is how we grow. And then we found that things is going well. Then there was government, you know, very good policy at that time that anything was run down like biscuit factory. There was one old biscuit factory. I don't remember the name. I forgot the name of area in which was managed by the defense or whatever. It was at that time Mukisa biscuit at that time. So we got that chance and we bought that with the government and with the reasonable price and all the machineries. So that is where now we started this biscuit factory. and call it Britannia.
Britannia,
Small
right.
one here, just not far. So
Kawempe.
Kawempe was before, but now we were opposite where you see this here. There was one Indian here place. So we shifted from there on the right and we started small one, opposite Britannia now. So then and then we grew big and we bought that plot where you see now Britannia biscuit.
You bought that, the entire of that land.
No, we bought land and we started one by one,
Expanding.
step by step. You know, and then again I came here back after because that was my son here and my brother in Kisumu. They were used to come and support because he was still young, you know. So he get also support and there are a lot of customers, lot of orders. So that is where now I was now I moved from Kisumu to
Uganda.
Nairobi. Kisumu to Nairobi and started biscuit factory there, Britannia. That's why we got a clue, very nice to start here a big one. Because also I bought one old factory in, it was called the part of Manji biscuit family. So they were selling. And we were buying a lot of biscuits to sell to Uganda. So I decided, why can't we buy it? And I bought it then from Kisumu, I shifted to Nairobi. And that is where biscuit now was there. And that's why we got idea to take this biscuit factory here, small one, and then have the whole experience. Long story still, because as time comes, I decided to liquidate some of them and who can be managed. Whatever. As time grows, we are family, big family.
But they still see Habari sold. They still on the market.
No, everything still salt business, but now we are not completely manufactured because we sold our factory to some of our members, competitors, partners. No, competitors because we want to move out of that manufacturing side because to manage it was going very big. So that is, but then I found my son and my brother are interested in cotton. So first they started Masaba Cotton in near Mbale there.
Mbale, Masaba.
Mbale inside, I forgot the name of the place. From Mbale town, a little bit, half an hour. So then I came here, then my brother also thought he was in Kisumu, that why can't we start cotton? So then we started this Kyoga cotton in Saroti, the new machineries from South Africa, from America, USA. That is where also brought me here now. The work was too much. So I came to Uganda again and left that company to my younger son to manage. Manish, yeah. And there was one, my again brother called Viju, which was my third brother. So they were managing it. Because every salt was selling in Uganda. Uganda and Rwanda and Sudan. So we had no problem. The issue was, so before we were buying from somebody and selling, now we started, that factory was in receiver. So the bank offered me, that is a receiver if you want to buy. So I contact some bankers and some partners. So we bought it. Now salt grew big. And we did very well. So finally as family grows and brothers, and so business gets, everybody manage their own, ways business. So we had a very good unity in family also, but when they grow, everybody can have their own business. So not to have a problem, or they were working in when they were young in our same company, then get more trained. So this is how, whatever, we came to Uganda, and when there was a Kyoga cotton opening, I know our president, His Excellency, so when he came there for opening.
Yeah, he's the one who opened the Kyoga.
Yeah, but it was there in Saroti. Saroti. So at that time.
Which year is that now? Which year was that?
That is now, I can say now, more than 25 years or more.
Okay.
Yeah, boy. So that 25 years I know exactly. Because now also, sometimes you don't remember, because now I'm not getting younger, now I'm 75. So I started giving, but then I came here and I said, okay, let me help. So we started growing, helping farmers to grow more cotton. And His Excellency, I remember, if I'm not mistaken, he told me that this cotton is very hard work, but why don't you put fruit juice? And there are a lot of mangoes rotting, he told me, and all the thing. Why can't you have your starting juice, processing plant? And that was very expensive at that time from Germany. So investment was not less at that time, more than 2.5 million. But then everybody was saying, no, Uganda has a lot of pineapple and mango. How will people buy the fresh juice? They will not. They have a mango, But we said, no, let's just do something. Let's try. So in the beginning, we had to struggle.
So the idea of starting manufacturing splash, it was sold to you by the president.
Yeah, he told me.
You saw the mangoes.
He told me that.
Then he gave you an idea
that was his, but I could not. At that time, I didn't have money, and it's not easy to borrow money and to convince everybody, family, that why to do this big investment. But fortunately, with the almighty blessings, and we managed, and we started mango and passion fruit, pineapple, everything. You know what splash menu.
I know.
So that is where you call the name it splash. Okay. So this is how I'm just telling you that all you want to know more about Uganda because you are interested to know more. And that is how, and it was good environment, government support was good. The local people and farmers, very good humanity and hospitality, So I worked very hard. I had in Pakwash, Dineri, I had in Gullu, and I started going to Gullu, Kitugum, up to Arua to sea and Kasese. So I entered studied. Then I saw that after cotton what? People will suffer again. And the workers we had, so we started helping. Then we start some depot in Mabale and then in Lira. So these people get job and people get supply. Small customers. So we had a supply pick up delivered. So that is how we expand our business of Britannia, because we were also selling our biscuits in there. So that is how we grew up properly. Every corner of Uganda, you go to the border of any border of this country, our depots, our wholesalers were there.
There is also Dawda.
And the good thing, one time, I don't know even His Excellency may remember or not, but I know still, when we had a partnership with Sarwa Group in the Para Lodge, and the president also came for opening. Para Lodge. We were partners with Sarwa Group. So that is the time when I remember I told him that, the whole here Uganda currency works everywhere in the border. So I was just saying, we have good market surrounding. And my vision was that agro-processes plant, agro-processing, which make this country more, farmers get money. And I know the president was also pushing coffee. Adding value added. But still today I want to talk about that only. That in this climate or position, Uganda was the big supplier. So we should not become importers. We should encourage farmers more, agriculture more, because our soil at that time was very fertile. There was no matter of too much fertilizer, and people were hardworking. So that is why today we come on to the Uzama in Uganda. I must talk about Uganda because it is where also my son is here, Vinay. So I said this agro-processes plant, like see now his vision was dairy, milk, cow, His Excellency, Barara. So we found now that if it is growing the milk like Lato, who is my brother-in-law called Kotecha, and there are people there with them. So my brother Kotecha ventured that, okay, let's go with the milk. And now you see how they're growing. But I was also talking to my brother-in-law yesterday when I had lunch. I said, you've done a great thing. Because I always believe that farmers must have the money. In rural area, they must grow. But where is the buying capacity? They can grow beans or soya beans and whatever, sim, too much in northern side. But where the buying people, if they don't buy, these people waste their money and growing. So that's why I still believe that Uganda can be still same what was before independence. No doubt the population is growing, which is a good side also. Education is growing. But why can't we create more employment by supporting farmers and train the local small machines for value adding? There are nowadays small machines. You can make a lot of things and start small way in a processing plant of agro and value added from agriculture. Because we should not be importers, we should be exporters. Why we are eating foreign package and foreign food here? For me, I can say that it's not right. It is a sin. For we are buying something from outside and we can produce it here.
When actually we are supposed to be selling to them.
Selling.
Instead we are buying from them.
Plus, see, in Bible telling, we had a big market. Uganda is a big market for a great region here. Congo, Sudan, Rwanda, Burundi, everywhere. So there is no doubt that there is no market, but it needs manufacturing in all the urban area outside. So when you have the job will created, people will have to deliver. Say they deliver mango up to here, the transport cost, example, anything. So every right town, there should be even union farmers association or whatever. If there is no corruption, because people are, engineers died after Amin left because of the cooperatives and all, and no accountability and lot of corruption.
So during Amin there was accountability?
Pardon?
During Amin there was accountability?
No, I think yes, there was during Amin, not Amin. See, when Amin came, things spoiled. I'm telling you, before independence.
Before independence?
The cotton started, nobody was buying, farmers would not get money. And the government started this cooperative, and good idea. But the people who are working there, paying farmers, whatever, many reasons. So I worked in cotton many years and I tried to understand. So then I was telling them that you do crop, intercrop, maize, beans between the cotton. So at least you get food. That is when I had my model farm in Soroti. And we were trying to support people with djembes, with bulls and that, how to plow. We had all that videos at that time. So we really enjoyed it because the environment of Uganda and climate, everything is good, market is good, workforce you can get, the youth only which was spoiled because of, we have many youths who can, they went to the rebel on that side. So I saw all that there is an opportunity if there is employment. Because we call hungry man is an angry man. So I found a lot of changes, and His Excellency at that time, he convinced people, and that was the first country, we will be proud of it, that everybody got their asset back, who had clean documents, and everybody was fine. Many people came, others they solved it, but this developed very well. Today you see it at midnight at 2.
Yes, Chairman, there is a lot of change. First, to begin with, I appreciate the kind of support your entire family house of Dawda has given to the promotion of Pan-Africanism, beginning with your son, Mr. Vinay, who is my brother and my boss. Many years ago, like I could say 15 years ago, the spirit of Pan-Africanism, the spirit of Ubuntu, humanity, humanism, never used to be in the hearts of the young population, young people, the youth. You can see my cameraman now.
Yes.
That man can now lecture you on Pan-Africanism right now. That is my job. That I have recruited young people, the youth, into Pan-Africanism. I have recruited young people and trained them personally on issues to do with accountability, discipline, hard work, and what made you to become who you are? Trustworthiness, being trusted person. All those I have done them myself, and I have lived by them. So when I look at my trend, what I have done for society, my trend is climbing, because right now I see very many young people in schools, in universities, in the streets, embracing the spirit of Pan-Africanism. Because it's only, Pan-Africanism is Ubuntu. There is only one race in the world called the human race. This Pan-Africanism talk used only to be talked about by our elders. People like you, people like His Excellency, Julius Nyerere, Kenneth Kaunda, Raila Odinga, William Ruto, Pierre Lumumba, your brother. Pierre Lumumba is your friend.
Pierre Lumumba.
Yeah, he's your brother. He's your
we
good
come
friend.
From the same village.
Yes. Pierre Lumumba. Now you can see that generation, Gaddafi, Martin Luther King in America, and so on. Those are the people who used to talk about Pan-Africanism. Now the generation of Museveni and the Gaddafi, when it went down here, that generation, that there was that gap, that the young people didn't even want to know about Pan-African, didn't even understand the concept. Other people understood Pan-Africanism by being racist. That if I'm a Pan-African, if I love Pan-Africanism, I should not be your friend in your color. Yet actually Pan-Africanism promotes one thing, humanity.
So Pan-African is we.
Yes. Now, when you look at the works of Mahatma Gandhi, your own Mahatma Gandhi, his works across the world touched everybody, the human race. Mahatma Gandhi. He was not Ugandan, but his works. That's why Mahatma Gandhi was buried in Jinja.
No, his ash was buried.
His ash was brought in. That means that's how you bury. So if you ask me where was Mahatma Gandhi buried, I will say Jinja, because that's where his ash was brought at the source of the Nile. Yes, that's how in your culture, that's how you bury. So if someone asks you where was Mahatma Gandhi buried, he was buried in Jinja here. But you can imagine from India to Jinja. So Pan-Africanism is not about color.
But see, I want to tell you what I am telling, because at that time, there was a good unity. People had love for the country, everybody. But today our youth also has to be more hardworking. Because what is happening, mobile phones, everything, they are having
they have spirit.
All the support. But why are also they are not coming of best development idea? Today I was reading on yesterday that how can youth become making money? Because employment can't be enough. They have to make self-sufficient, self-empowerment themselves and start small things. Where if they come as with association or if they come with a group and start making it, you know, because you can't expect everybody will get accommodation in job. Population is growing, but these people don't want to work hard, and these drugs and all that bad habits and activity.
They're over in phones.
Their life.
So I want to appreciate you asked me for accountability. I have recruited a lot of young people into Pan-Africanism. I have also used my journalism. I have also recruited a lot of young people in journalism, but good journalism. Journalism that contributes
reality, practical.
Yes, journalism that contributes to the well-being of Africa, not the one that depicts only bad things. 100 people have been killed in Uganda. Uganda is a bad thing. What about America?
But
so
I want to tell you, I want to advise you one thing. Do in your spice something. What are the best development in Uganda? What are the opportunities? See, we are only showing them bad light, you media people. Oh, this is dangerous. That is everywhere. But what are other good things also? What are the opportunities? The media, like you people, tell the youth. Like you try to change your dialogue to the youth.
Balance the narrative.
And start addressing youth more, show them the opportunities. You media can something they don't know. You can tell them that yes, here is our country. We have a lot of opportunities.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So my journalism has been on how we can contribute a positive image about Africa and Uganda. And when I fuse it with my Pan-Africanism concept and ideology, we are moving. We might be moving slow because of limited resources, Chairman, but every penny that I get, I put it in that struggle. I thank you so much.
So you are very positive, you have very much strong willpower, and don't skip there when you are spying. Spy what? A good thing in Uganda.
Yes.
Spy is the true money.
Yes.
So spying means it is also blackmailing.
Yes.
Or corruption.
Yes.
But spy a right thing.
They're very serious.
Awareness, awakening.
Be positive.
Yeah, and highlight that.
Yes.
You will achieve your goal, and I will be proud to see a Pan-African, you know, growing and growing, and let people know why Pan-Africa is. What is that? Thank you.
Thank you very much, Chairman. My name is Andrew Mbakasabe, your speaker, and I've been with the Chairman Dawda, HP Dawda, or Hashmuk Dawda, the man who started manufacturing. He was actually the first manufacturer in Uganda. Biscuits, and then biscuits and processing of fresh juice, mango, the processing of fresh fruits, mango splash, and we started with mango. I worked there. By the time I left, we had nine flavors: mango, apple, pineapple, mango, apple, pineapple, pina colada, guava, passion, orange. Which other one? I remember there were 9 flavors. Strawberry. No, strawberry wasn't there. No, that one wasn't there. There was another one. What is it? Tropical fruit punch. Tropical fruit punch. Yeah, I know that. I still have them here.
It's nice. I was very happy that you have still remember when you were working hard in our company.
Very much. And I always tell my young people, and I will tell you here, Chairman, I only had the time to report at work, which was 8 o'clock in the morning. I had no time to leave work. I would only leave work when there is no work. If I have finished my assignment for the day, that's when I would leave. But saying that now it is 5 o'clock that you leave, for me, it was never in my mind. Only people in office would do that. But for us in marketing, in the field, because 5 o'clock will come when you're in Luzira, for instance, you are selling, you are in promotions. You can't say it is 5 o'clock, you close the road show promotion and go. No, we have to serve a certain area, finish it, comb it, and then...
But see, the one lecture 3 days that we were listening with one Indian saint, Swaminarayan, he says integrity in professionalism. Integrity, it needs a really clean, because and to make everybody motivate. But the goal was very good, that there was a big lecture on stress management and all that, but it was wonderful when I liked this one, the ethic in profession.
Ethics in profession.
That was his lecture yesterday in this Swaminarayan temple. Ethic,
Yes.
that is more important.
Ethics in integrity.
Ethics is a lot of things. You have to work ethically. So we say that people be ethically, not just your conscience. You ask your conscience. We have to pay our sin. Nobody will go without, we call karma in our thing. And in Bible, they say you reap what you sow. You cannot, at the end, we have to pay it back. So thank you very much again.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. I think we've got to, whenever we meet Chairman, it's always very hard for us to finish.
Free your mind now. Be part of People's Pan-African Parliament, the Pan-African Pyramid Debate with your speaker, Andrew Irumba Katusabe.